So apparently, and I didn't think it would be, apparently I'm not the only one upset about Delta's rules. Um, let's take a look and then I'll give my comments after. Growls are growing over Delta's new rules for flying with service animals. Travelers and advocates are burying their teeth at Delta's new rule that passengers with service animals must submit paperwork 2 full days before flying. While some flyers are cheering Delta Airlines' new stricter rules for those traveling with service or emotional support animals, many longtime guide dog users and organizations that advocate for travelers with disabilities say the guidelines, which require added documentation and pre-planning, are overreaching, discriminatory, and illegal. Citing a significant increase in the numbers and types of comfort animals passengers bring on planes, and an 84% increase in reported animal incidents, such as urinating, defecating, biting, and attacks. Delta announced last week that certification of a flyer's need for an animal and proof of an animal's training and vaccinations will be required for both service and emotional support animals. However, organizations such as the National Federation of the Blind believe elements of Delta's policy, which goes into effect March 1, violate the Department of Transportation's Air Carrier Access Act. We are particularly troubled by the requirement that guide dog users submit paperwork to Delta 48 hours before flying, the NFB said in a statement, noting that travelers without guide dogs are not required to plan their travel 48 hours in advance. The 48-hour intent to fly requirement means guide dog users will no longer be able to fly on Delta for family, medical, or other emergencies, said NFB. We stand with NFB, said Eric Lipp, executive director of the Open Doors organization. People with properly trained service animals are being punished by Delta. Noting that it has long been concerned with the abuse and fraud of animals purporting to be service or support animals, the American Council of the Blind also said Delta's revised policy discriminates against passengers with legitimate service dogs and makes travel more difficult for individuals who rely on their service animals for travel. I sympathize with the airlines, said Pat Pound, a disability consultant who is blind and travels with a guide dog. More people are cheating. Airlines are trying to maintain the system, but I don't think Delta's new policies will address the problem, and as a person with a disability, I'll end up being penalized. An online petition with more than 75,000 signatures is asking Delta not to make it harder for people to travel with emotional support animals. But other airlines are already exploring following Delta's lead. We agree with Delta's efforts, American Airlines said in a statement. We are looking at additional requirements to help protect our team members and our customers who have a real need for a trained service or support animal. The carrier said from 2016 to 2017, it saw an almost 15% increase in the number of customers traveling with emotional support animals. United Airlines is reviewing its existing policy on service and emotional support animals, said an airline spokesman, Charles Hobart. This is something that is important to our employees and to our customers, including those with disabilities and those who do not have disabilities, he said. We understand this needs to be resolved soon. The Department of Transportation had planned to draft new rules on service animals by July 2017, but those guidelines have yet to be released. Going forward, I suspect there will be legal challenges to Delta's policy on service dogs from individuals and from organizations, said disability consultant Pound. This is how an airline is deciding to interpret the law, but a court may have a different idea about what the law intended. So, welcome to our world, guide dog users. For many, many years, people with psychiatric service dogs Some as well or better trained than your dogs have had to do this 48-hour in advance thing. So welcome to our world. I just find it interesting that all of a sudden, whoa, it's a big deal. It's not okay. But it's been okay by you for us to have to do it forever. Forever. So I get why you're upset. I totally understand why you're upset. I've lived it. Totally understand why you'd be upset. So maybe we can get this thing resolved and taken care of. That would be really great. It'd be great for you guys. It would be great for us. It'd be awesome. On that online petition, I am betting that 3/4 of the people that signed that online petition about emotional support dogs have blatantly untrained dogs. I would disregard that petition entirely. Everybody that gets a fake doctor letter, all those people are going to be signing that petition. I take it with a grain of salt, because the majority of those dogs are not trained. And Delta and the other airlines are right. These untrained dogs are a threat. They're a danger and a threat. So I don't want to see any more untrained dogs on the airlines if I had my say. You want the perks, do the training, do the work. Don't want to do the work, seems too much like work for you, then do without. You know, because there are people like me out there that have done hundreds and hundreds of hours of training to make our dogs a service dog. You know, we have our dogs doing the basic stuff that your dog should know how to do by the time they're 4 months old. That's how simple that is. We have our dogs doing that by 4 months old. You know, the people that really throw themselves into it and are serious, we get that the level of training that your dog should have accomplished very quickly. So do the work or do without, is my thought. And I'm just waiting for the legal challenges. I cannot wait. Yesterday I was sitting here going, oh yeah, when's that going to take effect? When can I start watching for responses to, you know, real life, this happened to me responses to what's going on? I'm like, oh, March 1. Yep. I could start watching as soon as March 1. It won't take long. The blow up won't take long, if it even goes that far. For all I know, people are going to file, you know, suit in court before that even hits. You know, yay for that. We need to stop these untrained dogs. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. But I don't know that it should be at the expense of, you know, the people that are genuine. You know, it makes our life that much harder. Just that much harder that other people don't even have to deal with. You know, this is what happens. All these people, you know, supporting these untrained, out of control little emotional support dogs, saying they don't have to be trained. Well, this is what this gets you. This is what it gets you. So I don't have a whole lot of sympathy. A little bit, not a whole lot. If people would have policed each other a little bit, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But now it's here, and now it's affecting emotional support dogs. This is going to impact a lot of people. That's all I can really say about it. It's going to impact a lot of people, and genuine users ought not be punished for the stupidity of other people. Anyway, till next video. Bye.